Whatever.
Yo, welcome everybody to season 2 of Collective Esports League. I am your caster Benny Out. I'm being co-cast today by the lovely Shadow 65 Soldier. How you
What's
doing
up,
today, bro?
guys? It's a good day, good day. Been sick though. Lots
Sick
of
though.
makeup work. Yeah,
So
lots
we're
of
starting
makeup
out
work.
today with our first game? Question mark? Is that a second game or what game is that? I don't know what game this is in. First, second.
Yeah, I think this was first game of the season actually.
The first game of the season, we'll start off with Notoriously Savage versus 303 Esports on Villa. We got Notoriously Savage on defense. We got 303 Esports on attack. We start off with the first ban, IQ, which is a very interesting ban, as usually you don't see. I see why they banned out IQ, because IQ is a very powerful operator here on Villa. But what are your thoughts so far on this, Shadow Soldier?
Well, with the IQ ban, it's important for countering, Legion, Echo. So unless they plan on banning out both of those, that's going to be an issue. Then there's also, the getting bandits from below, that very old trick.
Yeah, exactly. IQ is very powerful here because you can shoot at the floor, like a lot of the floor here on Villa, so it makes it a very powerful operator to have on team. So that's crazy to see. It's not exactly crazy, but then
Oh,
there's a lot of operators that are now available besides that, though. Big ones are, Jackal. Jackal's on the board here is able to play by 303 as they start off.
yeah, that's an interesting pick. And the fact that they banned out the pulse, which I understand with the IQ ban, it
No, no,
logical
well,
progression
I
there.
understand too, Pulse too, because Pulse with the cardiac sensor, his cardiac sensor has a long enough range. You can see all the way from basement to second floor. If you've seen a lot of strats earlier or a lot of higher level gameplay, Pulse will stay in the basement for a lot of times on attack or on defense for a lot of these rounds for some teams, just so we can get the information for his defending team and direct his team on what to do. You can see someone with a cardiac sensor all the way from the basement from the second floor to the basement, or vice versa. I mean to
That's
say.
Yeah, that's fair. And a lot of teams don't bother to clear out the very bottom floor.
Yeah, a lot of teams really don't go down there, so to see that happen is pretty crazy. But we're gonna start off here on defense with Notoriously Savage. We'll start with Trophy and Statuary. So rather than going to the Aviator and Games, which is the most, the more popular one, the preferred one, we're going with the second preferred site.
Be off, honestly. Maybe try to throw them off a little bit, but they have the double hard breach and they have the Thatcher.
Yeah,
And
they have both. They actually have two heart breachers too, Thermite and Habana.
yeah, double hard breach.
They have double hard breach. Usually you can use Habana's least to grab the bottom of the reinforce. So they're going to reinforce that tribal, of course, from bedroom into statuary. Though you will see teams use the Habana, the X-Kairos to open up the bottom of that reinforcement, so you can see people rotating from trophy into statuary in the back there.
Yeah, that's one major thing that they like to do, but one of my personal thoughts on that one is just why not use map there instead?
It's true, but the thing with the X-Kairos is you don't need to get into the wall, though. You could have easily someone, a defender, playing in bathroom at that point, who could cover you, or could catch you off guard if you're trying to go for that wall. So it's an interesting thing with the X-Kairos. It's a very safe move to have, too. So I see why people would do it, but we'll see how exactly they take this
They're gonna
site
use
from Notoriously Savage.
Yeah, if I have to guess, they're gonna put the buck below and have them support the wall as they get breached.
That
Maybe
make
try
the
to
most
flush out
sense
the
here.
people in Astra too.
That would make the most sense here to have them do that, as it's primarily have the buck below to get rid of anything, get rid of any kind of people inside of statuary. I just see there is some below. There'll be Yoshi below, as well as Nikilo. I don't know if I said that correct. I can never get your names here. As well as below. So there's some roamers. Exactly. It's funny too. The pulse actually isn't. Actually, where is the pulse? Actually, the pulse of.
Pulse
Where
is
is the-
banned.
Oh, not pulse. I keep thinking they had pulse for some reason. I'm crazy. I am crazy. That was just out of mind. It's a long day, guys. I forget. But still, you have two roamers downstairs with Yoshi and Nikilo. I forget if I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
I'm saying that wrong. I have no clue if I'm saying that right or not. And we'll
Yeah,
see what
don't,
exactly.
I've played with
does.
NS before and I don't even know how to say his name, so.
Exactly. First, he's gonna start us off. He's gonna jump into the balcony of study and he's gonna push for it in. Nobody's really joining him in though. I don't see a lot of drones. It looks like the rest of 350 just kind of pushing in. I don't know if they're joining themselves in or what's going on, but they're kind of pushing in without really any efficiency, it feels like.
The Habana was being droned in. I forget the name. Kodiak, there we go. I just saw
Well,
his drone
Kodiak's joining
going
himself
by.
right now. He actually stopped there and started joining himself, and Dirty is pushing by himself with access into bedroom. So yeah, you got some two attempts here. Kodiak's gonna start first as he hits a Guma, and so now they know his existence and where he's at.
Interesting, just reinforcing the one wall.
It's gonna be some playing there, but it's interesting how Kodiak's here, and I don't know if someone's gonna try and pressure him behind that reinforced wall. He's peeking into statuary, finding one behind. Behind the statue is one. A grenade comes out. and actually be caught by an ADS. So unfortunately, Kodiak will not get anything from that.
They don't have anything to burn it either, unless Furry decides to use his.
Oh, but getting aggressive will be the smoke of Cynical. He'll take some damage in that guard with the F90 of Blitzcake. And it's just slow going. A minute left to go here on the clock, and it is a defense-side map, so it does take a while to break these defenses. But it is very slow going and no real utility used by the attackers. They've gained territory at least though. At least gained territory from the south. They've taken from studying upward. He'll see the head of one, but not break the shots on the Maestro. The Maestro win that fight. It'll be Mad Dog take out Blitzcake. Habana maybe the next one to fight. Habana's gonna walk in and take out Kodiak. Well, no, get taken out by Nikyle. Mad Dog from just a Furry. Dirty gets Cynical, and now it's a 4v2 as Dirty gets another one though. As Dirty though will get taken by Yoshi, and now it's all down to Access in a 1v3.
Yeah, and that's done. Good night.
Last kill. And so that round, really, what do you think about that round though?
That was sudden bloodbath. They failed to get the wall open, so they didn't have their major push. And once they got pushed, or once the study push got shut down, words, they were just stuck. They stalled.
Exactly. It's just I feel like there was a lack of efficiency from 303 to really go for any kind of strat there, or any kind of like focused goal, as you would say. And just like the goal there should have been to open the wall like Thermite did, but he didn't do it until the last like 30 seconds.
Yeah, they didn't have the time.
Exactly. So I don't understand what was the reason for Thermite not opening the wall. What, 2 minutes ago? A minute ago? A minute and a half ago? So,
have they gotten it open with a minute? Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, you can go. Yeah, but it was only like 30 seconds left on the clock. There was like no time at all to then have that wall open and do anything with it. So I'm definitely interested to see what 303 does this time and what exactly they're going to do differently. Because if anything, they need to just push a little faster.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like they weren't really joining them. They were joining they weren't joining their friends in. They weren't joining their fraggers in. Like Kodiak there was joining at the time, but he should be the fragger. He should be the one who's pushing in, getting them that territory, getting them that initial picks if they can. But either way, getting him into the building, and he was joining himself, which is very slow and very inefficient.
Yeah, and if they're gonna join themselves, and if they're gonna push that slow, they need to push different areas. They can't be pushing the site like that.
Exactly, and you can't just walk through the doorway too.
Yeah, if they were gonna push that slow, they should have put the buck below to at least flush people out of the really common spots, like behind the statue.
Yeah, exactly. You had behind the statue was the Maestro who got the kill onto Kodiak as he pushed into sight. It's just all these places there's not a good use of your utility from 303 to really get anything done. So again, we're gonna start here again now downstairs, actually on a tertiary site. So usually you have the preferred sites here in Villa are Aviator in games and upstairs in Trophy and Statuary. That's why Villa is considered a defense side map, because how easy, well, not how easy, but how much could be easier it is to defend those ones compared to other maps.
Although you have to remember, picking the off sites might be just as effective because it's gonna mess with their head.
Exactly too. They might not bring
the
the same operators or the correct operators to take this site.
And with Yoshi upstairs, and it looks like Shadow too, they're gonna have a little bit of trouble, even with the Jackal.
True, but the Jackal's the board. It will make it, if they can use those Inox correctly, and also work as a team to break out these roamers of Shadow and Yoshi. It may work in their favor, but again, they're not really droning over the end. The steps were there. He was trying to get the steps, but he got blasted out by Shadow. Kodiak at least get the refrag, but still, again, just poor droning. Where is the information from?
And that's two really important players on both sides down.
The Mozzie not as much, because the Mozzie probably put the pest down at least. You'll lose a C4. But then Jackal, though, I agree. Jackal is a very powerful operator to lose that quickly in the round. Looks like so each operators, Yoshi and Nikyle, are getting to fights of their own. But Yoshi's still upstairs. Nikyle will retreat back to site. So now they have one person upstairs still, and Dirty unaware.
Dirty gonna get peeked here? Oh.
Again, this is just the information's not there for the team, and now Yoshi will peek out. Finally, he'll get the kill on the Blitzcake as looks like Dirty have left the building, and now they know he's there though. They'll call out to the team that someone's still upstairs.
Are they gonna use a grenade? Oh no, Dirty's gonna pick him off.
Yep. So from the window, Dirty will get Yoshi, and so now it's still a 3v3, but there's only 40 seconds left to go. They haven't really opened any walls, as Access though will finally start to open the wall from laundry into dining. And on the roam here.
Niccolo gonna get the flank.
Looking for it.
Nope. He's been discovered. Oh, he still got it.
So interesting there, he shot at the dead body, but Kodiak, unaware of the sound, still gets fragged out by Nikilo, and now he's looking for another one. So Dirty will get Mad Dog. Drop! Now it's a 1v2. Oh, what?
Oh, lag, and Dirty was just... He shift W'd into death.
Yeah, that was interesting. Dirty... slagging? Question mark?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was interesting to see. So with the 2 rounds gone by, they've won a tertiary site and they've won a preferred site here for not Notoriously Savage. I was gonna say not Savage. I would say not Savage. So you see the scoreboard here, some pretty good contributions from the defense, but the offense though, they are lacking a lot of things though, a lot of basics. Droning, teamwork is just, unfortunately, 3 of 3 seem to be lacking a lot of what they need to win this out against Notoriously Savage.
This is making me wonder if 303 is a newer team. Like, if they're not used to playing around each other, or if they're not used to their IGL, or...
They definitely seem like it. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, guys, this is an amateur league. This is just a community league. There aren't anything crazy teams here in this league, but it is one to practice in. So even though we are being a bit critical here, it is something to, if they watch this VOD over, you know, just be wary. Be wary of what happens. So we'll be sticking to our last preferred site here, Aviator Games, the one that everyone knows and loves Villa for. Well, maybe not loves, but everyone knows for. And
of course, that mirror setup on here is just slaughterhouse.
Yeah, that's why mirror is usually banned on this map, because mirror here is just quite the showstopper for a lot of attacking teams. But for the most part, it doesn't seem like a really different build here. It looks pretty normal as always.
Yeah, pretty conventional. Let's see if the buck will tear it up, though.
Yeah, so big thing for this site, as you guys know, is like study. Study is a big point in taking for a lot of teams. If you take study, you can open the walls in Aviator Games, but also 90 to the top left northwest. You have 90 hall. We call it 90 because it's a 90-degree angle. That's a big one too for people to take. If you take 90, you can push into Vault. As you see that Vault wall. Vault is the red area with the red carpet. You can push into there with a Heartbreach as well. It's a lot of good angles you can take for the for the attacking side. But again, those are also hard to grab.
Very hard to grab, and unless you have that buck below is the great equalizer of this map.
Exactly.
Any soft breacher, yeah,
Kodiak would be that person.
Yeah, but he seems to be going in next to is that Trophy?
Yeah, right? Looks like he's going towards Trophy. And
yeah.
Yoshi hears him.
Yeah.
So the big thing here is that, like, again, not a lot of droning and not a lot of roam clear, as Kodiak's gonna push in first upstairs, and there's 2 downstairs though. You have both Nikilo and Yoshi, or not Yoshi, I think it's Nikilo and Shadow's downstairs right at the moment. So there's quite a few roamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like, yeah, Shadow and Nikilo are downstairs. So there's 2 roamers downstairs. One is a C4, so that could deny or just get rid of one of the attackers. So, and I say that, there's
but
a
the C4 was wasted.
Yep, that was a waste right there. Not enough information to throw that, and so that's a waste of a C4. That's good for Kodiak.
Sure, that man's breathing a sigh of relief right now.
Oh, but Dirty will get one. He'll get refragged immediately by Nikilo, though. Lets us twitch for a Valkyrie. The Valkyrie already placed their cams, though, and I'm assuming Dirty already used their Twitch drones, so that's a bit of a trade. Kind of a loss for the attack, because it's an F2 off the board.
Yeah. F2 Warriors, man. Gotta watch out for them.
Exactly. It's a win, technically, for the defense in that regard. We still have Blitzkick here on the 90 window. Nobody's really holding 90 for the moment, and South Furry is going to take control of it. And so if Heartbreach are still on the board, which is Axis, they can gain control of Vault if need be. Also, the air jabs, too, of Blitzkick will be pretty strong. And I say that Blitzkick can finish with Nikilo, so there goes both roamers from downstairs.
This is shaping up to their... Wow. Shaping up to be their best attack yet.
So far, yeah. So far, they've been getting some
English.
Good picks, but at the same point, they still have access to sight. The defenders, if they play this right, they can still win this out. But again, you see at least Mad Dog is getting aggressive when he doesn't need to, I feel like. But we'll see how it goes out. And no, but he doesn't. He'll do it well.
Smart aggression. That'll kill any team.
Yeah, he'll finish off Cody. Cody take out his face off. And now it's coming down to the last 20 seconds with Yoshi take out Furry at the door into Aviator. And now it's down to Axis and Blitzcrank. As looking the wrong way. There goes Mad Dog.
Curse of every great player. Looking the wrong way at the wrong time.
Oof. That'd be cynical to finish off Axis. And
yeah.
Notorious Savage win another round, and that was their best round yet. But what do you think the issue was? That execute definitely seemed to be a problem for them.
They just lost their gunfights. I mean, that's all there is to it. That and they've once Habana opened up that bar wall, it was just ignored.
Very true.
They could
Very
have
true.
they could have used that to push out the smoke, pinch them from both the door and the bar wall, and then you can hold vault with the Nomad and plant.
Yeah, I see. I feel like too there was definitely a weird execute from 303 there. They definitely could do it very differently, but they opened the wall into games without any real goal there as to what they're gonna push, what they're gonna take, who they're gonna kill, who they want to take out. I don't know if they have any drones left, but drones are very important in the game to, you know, figure out what you can do. They had a minute left when they started this whole entire thing. They could have easily had someone drone, figure out what they're gonna do, who they're gonna kill first, as you know, you need to figure out who's the operator that's gonna be the showstopper. I would guess Mad Dog was at first. Mad Dog blasted Kodiak in the face. But it depends. They could have easily taken out the smoke as well as you said before, who was by themselves in games.
It was just sloppy, and NS capitalized on it.
Very much so. And so we're going back. So now usually there's a 3-round. We say 3-round rotation because most defense teams have 3 sites they defend and then they rotate and do those again. So because every time you win a site, you can't play from the 2 rounds. We'll go back to the first site as two rounds have gone by since they won it the first round. So then we're going back to the first site, which was Trophy Sanctuary.
Now, see, I wonder if they're going to change up their hold at all, or if they're going to allow 303 to adapt to their hold.
Well, it looks like this time they are looking to impact. You can see Mad Dog opening the top of the reinforcements to make sure it doesn't get open this time. But in the same point, they never really tried to open it last time. They didn't open until 30 seconds left in the clock. So I'm interested to see what exactly... The 303 needs to do something different this time. They need to get together and actually have a focused goal. They want to take a round from Notorious Savage. Because it seems like they're not going to be able to take a round off of them.
At least not on the defensive side. But granted, this also is a pretty defensive-sided map.
Yeah, on the attack, on their attack, they seem like they're not going to take a round from Notorious Savage. It could flip both ways, but from what we've seen so far, I'm a bit worrisome for 303. They are joining right now. They actually changed up things too. They're actually bringing Dokubi this time.
Yeah, I wonder if her frags are going to play a part. Is she?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Having the frag grenades available, especially if you use it with Logic Bomb. I've seen some pretty crazy plays with having the noise and then the grenade off, so it could be.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same principle as just aiming a C4 from below off the sound of footsteps.
Very true, but Yoshi's gonna take it out.
Yoshi.
That's a great start. That's also your Legion off the board. So those goo mines, which are so powerful towards later in the round, because you gain them as you live through the round, are gonna be gone. That's a good start for them, and that's one thing they don't have to deal with.
The collective throne from NS. I feel bad.
And so we'll be starting again, they're doing the same kind of attack where they're pushing from the study side from Aviator Games, and Mad Dog will take out Furry though, and now again that same hold, and they're just walking to the doorways. This is kind of like the funnel of death, as they say sometimes in other places. They're walking to that funnel of death where they expect them to be, and you could pre-fire that and get a kill pretty much.
Almost every time, and then they're gonna have to deal with that Maestro. That took out what, 3 pellets?
Yeah, it took out 3 pellets. There's a little hole, but as you say that, Mad Dog and Shadow.
Oh, downed him. Didn't he? Oh,
nope,
no.
Did not down him at all. Axe is still up. There goes Dirty as well to Mad Dog. And last one's going to be Axis on their own inside of the bedroom.
Stunned, blown, pushed, cold, scared.
He's not looking good for Axis here. They be pushing to Kylo into the bathroom, and he's slowly but surely Axis is being carried down. But he'll get a kill onto Kylo at least. You'll see the legs of the smoke of Cynical walk by. But it's not enough, as he says, and there's a shot from the Echo of Shadow to finish him off.
Again, they just fell apart. You get into that, you get into that funnel, and you're just done.
Again, yeah, they did push the same exact push. They did at least bring the Habana and push them towards bedroom to open the wall. They tried to open the wall, but again, the impact trick and the Maestro cam pretty much denied them whatever access. Yeah, whatever access they wanted to, denied them entirely. It's a good work from Notoriously Savage, but at the same point, it's just they don't seem to have the strats in their book. They don't seem to have the knowledge to really overtake Notoriously Savage in any of these rounds.
Yeah, and the 303 isn't making the best use of their utility. We see that buck brought again and again, but I personally haven't seen much use out of him. I don't know if you have seen something that I've missed, or
I've not seen anything. I've not seen skeleton keys. I've not seen Nomad air jabs go off. I've not seen anything really be used, Twitch drones, anything to any of use here. So again, yeah, I don't want to be too critical. You know, these are newer teams. They could be newer teams. I don't know if they knew or not, but these are, you know, tier 4 teams who are just playing out, starting out their competitive time, or at least, or the or competitive start. They're new. They definitely got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
But at the same point, I feel like a lot of this is something you learn in ranked though. At the same point too, like some of this, if you play the game enough, you should know this by now if you're trying to be competitive.
Yeah. And like again, I don't want to be overly critical of teams because again, I've played with NS. They are a mean team. Uh, I've played with them in ESA quals, I believe. Uh, and they're a good team. They know what they're doing. They know the communications. They know their roles. They know the strength of each player. Uh, and so they play around that.
So at this point, yeah, it just seems like 3-3 does not exactly know what they exactly need to do. So it takes some of these sites from Notoriously Savage. And so we'll start off here again on the tertiary site. They're sticking to that same three sites they did before on the first 3 rounds. And so again, we'll have to take control upstairs. Last time we take upstairs, they had issues clearing roamers. They didn't able to clear one off. They got a kill onto after, well, the Mozzie got a kill and then got refragged immediately. One left, and then Yoshi on the dock was able to get kills sticking inside of closets. So this time they really need to join out and figure out where these roamers are before just pushing. Say that Kodak's didn't open the window.
With Niccolo right next to it.
At least Dirty might get a drop off. He gets the ping off too, so Dirty knows one's around. Here's the droning I'm talking about. Good droning from 303, but slow push from Dirty, not able to capitalize on the information, and that defender's gone.
Although I have to admire, I'm sorry, I have to admire Dirty for a moment. He has the lovely skin on the F2. Amazing skin.
All right, well, we get that. So at least they pushed off the roamers upstairs. So now they have control upstairs with about a minute and a half in. That's some great, well, better efficiency from 3 compared to before. And so this is where we need to see them exert that the skeleton key, the sledgehammer. These utilities they have to the advantage to get rid of the defenders who are on site.
And I haven't seen Nomad place down an air jab yet, and you still have to worry about both sets of stairs.
Yeah, both sets of stairs, the doorways. You see Shadow and Nikaido looking to try and flank from the south side. Nikaido's to come back on stage, but Shadow is still 90, looking for a chance to push the attackers upstairs. With a minute left, there's still time. There's still time, but it's slow. It's slow going.
Yeah, I mean, I wish both teams the best of luck, but it's looking like 303 is just not picking up on their mistakes. They're not fixing it.
Oh, but Axis will go down on site. Looks like he was either down by a Gumine or something, but Axis will be down in Laundry. And yeah, so they've opened up, and no, but great shots from both Furry and Kodiak. Kodiak get one from above, and Furry will get Shadow, who's on the row. Great shots from both of them. And at least now they have a better chance, but 30 seconds left to go.
2v5 is not looking good.
Yeah, 26 seconds to go. Time is on the side of defenders, but they need to play this smart. And of course, they still have the upstairs control.
Yeah, I wonder if 303 is going to make me eat my words right now.
15 seconds to go.
So Yoshi's going to push off because of they have the upstairs control, and it's hard to push it. But head will be seen, and Axis will be taken out by Siddiq with the SMG-11. He's going to push around with the shotgun, and unfortunately, he will not get the kill.
For the AK.
Yeah, Blitz Cake will take that kill. Now it's down to just Yoshi in a 1v4 with the dock, so it's possible the MP5. You'll see Kodiak, miss the shots, but Kodiak also misses his own shots. Both potatoes, and Kodiak's going to push back into sight, though. Kodiak has the advantage because it's not a post-win situation, a 1v4.
There's, no. I'm calling it right now. 303 made me eat my words.
Yeah,
good on them.
Kodiak will finish off. Last remaining defender, and that'll be the first attacking win for 303.
Skeleton key skills are always satisfying.
So, what do you think about that round exactly there? What do you think was the real success for 303 for them to win that round?
The droning. They started droning in Dirty, right?
Yep,
pretty
they were
quick.
droning.
They
Yep,
pushed
they were
out,
droning.
Yeah, they pushed out the bandit from behind statue. Had Dirty been a bit quicker, he could have capitalized on that, or had they maybe had someone like 90 or Study, they could have capitalized on that. Made a really good pinch. But even without that, they still pushed them off. They had a minute 30 left to execute, and that's a really good amount of time left to execute.
Yeah, exactly. They made use of the utility this time, which is much better than before. Again, it was still a bit slow going. They were very close in the end, but they stayed able to get the kills. I guess it was on NS to though try and take back upstairs, because in the end you can't allow for them to stay upstairs unless you're going for a retake strategy.
Which were not set up for. They were not ready.
They were not. They were definitely not ready for that.
You watch both their roamers get shut down, and you watch their entire strategy, their entire plan just go right there.
Yeah, again, yeah, you had the roamers above get blasted out on their roam game, so great work from 303 to at least know their flanks and be able to get the kills on the roamers. And then on top of that, the defenders on site not able to find places they could sit or, you know, be in a place where they could retake or at least fight back, as a lot of them were taken out from above. There was some damage to Yoshi from above, and then you saw, I think one of them got killed from above. I think maybe there's Echo or something like that.
Yeah, I believe it was Mad Dog, or I believe it was Kodiak on the Mad Dog, right?
It might have been, yeah. I think it was Kodiak on the Mad Dog. I think you're correct on that one. So yeah, great work from 303. They exerted that pretty well, but again, that's not a hard site to do. That is a tertiary site, so you're actually expected to win that for the sites. Again, on defense side maps, you're expected to go 4-2 if you're in attack. So for them to win that out against Notorious Savage isn't too crazy. We need to see them use a utility here, and then the last round, you guys didn't know, it's 6-round halves here for competitive games. You go 6 rounds and then you switch off sides. So after this round, we'll see Notoriously Savage on attack, and we'll see 303 on defense.
And there goes your soft breach.
So again, no information, it seems like, as Mad Dog will get the kill on Kodak. I'm not sure if Kodak knew Mad Dog was inside of library and just lost the fight, or was he unaware? And I say that. Whew. Yeah. 32.
Are we looking at a 5-1 split?
It could be, but at least Axis will refrag at least though. So that's a 2-for-1. That's 2-for-1. Mad Dog got 2. He got both the soft breacher and he got dirty with the Twitch drones. Plus GF2. So it's looking good here for Notoriously Savage. Mad Dog doing more than enough of his job.
Yeah, I mean that's what your fraggers are supposed to do. And I wonder if Nicolo, I'm really gonna have to ask one of them how to say his name. Oh, but I wonder if he's gonna be an over-aggressive Valkyrie and get rewarded or punished for it, or if he's gonna play it safe, which it's looking like safe.
He's looking to get a kill on the Axis here, pushing from the window of little connector, I guess. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I forget the name of it.
Yeah, some of the rooms I don't remember what it's called, so there's so many freaking rooms. But either way, it's looking good here for Notoriously Savage to make it a 5-1 split, which is definitely in their favor, more so than a 4-2, as you would think would be defense and maps. So the reason why I say 4-2 is you'd win your preferred sites twice, and then since you do 3-round rotations, like we said, you'd lose that tertiary site. For this map, it's usually library and living room or kitchen and dining, which kitchen and dining was the round they just lost.
Yeah, I see kitchen dining a lot more than I see library room. Whether it be,
library and living room is definitely more difficult to hold compared to dining. And there's one air jump come out at least, and the Candela will shoot right into an ADS. So again, poor information gathering from 303 to think they could just throw a Candela in there.
With 20 seconds left, they're gonna get the wall at least. Maybe.
The wall get opened up, and now Axis looking to plant.
But in the 4v2, it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna look like a plant. Oh,
yeah, Ferg gets one. No, Axis gets another. Now it's down to just Cynical in a 1v2. Plant needs to go down right this second. As but Cynical get that shot on the Furry and finish him off. It's Axis on his own, but he's planting the diffuser. He's gonna rush because there's no time left, and he'll find Axis, and a shotgun shot to the back will finish off Axis from Cynical, and Cynical will clutch that out as there was not enough time for the attackers to really formulate a well thought out plan.
Gotta hand it to Notoriously Savage there. They won the gunfights where they were needed. That tap with the SMG-11 might have been the round decider.
Yeah, so great work from Notorious Savage to really, I say clutch that, but again, it was no time left. More than anything, this great work from Mad Dog in the beginning, and then great work from, I'm not sure if it's like great work, but just a lack of push from 303 to really get in there and push in. By the time they really got in there, it was 20 seconds left. I'm not sure if I say it was a good time waster from Notorious Savage or just 303 not putting their time to use.
A warden pick? That's interesting. I'm sorry, that's completely off topic, but
that's it. That's fine. It's part of the game right now. As we stick off, as I said before, we'll switch sides now. It's now a 6 rounds more to go, or could be. If it goes 6-6, we'll go to, actually if 6-6 is a draw because there's a pro league. There's a play days, just like pro league.
Yeah.
This easily could be a draw, but it's 5-1 in the favor of Notoriously Savage. It's hard to think that this would be a draw, but it's a defense-side map. We've seen a lot of high-level games where teams have come back from a 5-1, a 5-0, a 6-0, and just come back and win it. So anything, it could be a win for 3 or 3, but they're gonna have to play a pretty mean defense.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 2018 SI for that one, but
Oh, I'm looking at the last play for EU.
oh, I didn't watch. I'm sorry.
G2 versus Navi. G2 5-1 attack. They were attacked first on console. They go 5-1 at the half. Navi takes 6. Oh no, they take 6 more rounds after that because they lost that. They won that. They won their only round at the end of the half, and then they won 6 more rounds to win the game.
6 rounds straight.
Well,
That
technically it was 7. It was 7 rounds straight for them, pretty much in the end.
but that's got to be a bummer.
Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff you see in high level play is where teams you can't just lose yourself just because you're losing at the sense. You can still come back. Especially for a defense side map and you're now on defense, it's still possible.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things that separates the tier 4 to like a tier 3 or tier 2 team. Their morale at the half, because having played competitively since like White Noise, I can attest to how many times if you're down at the halfway point, you're gonna be hard pressed to get back up. Whereas if you're
we digress at this point, and we'll figure out what they're gonna do. Because as we'll see Furry on the Warden inside of Vault. Blitzkick is holding 90, so at least they know what they need to hold. Is 90 is being held right now. Below will be, I think the Jaeger was below, but I don't know where he went to. Oh, he's coming up the Astro stairs. Yoshi though is playing Jackal though, so this could easily be a problem. As I say that, Nikailo's gonna Nikailo.
Who's gonna take him right back down.
He heard him though. I guess he knew Dirty's coming with Astral Stairs. He'll take him out immediately. So that's a roamer off the board. Blitzcake on 90. Gonna take it by Yoshi coming from that connector. And now Mad Dog opened him up. Looks like Axe is looking to get a kill onto the one below. He's peeking his head out. It's very dangerous.
Dangerous game, my friend.
But Axe at least will stop them.
And wow,
Kodiak
SMG 11 pick gone to where? What?
I think it's coming to the door of study. Let's see. That's the only way it's come from actually. I think it's come from the north door. Right into Aviator.
Probably. I don't see a body though.
I don't see a body either, but it's hard to say. But either way, so that's a good pick from Kodiak. And now Shadow's going to begin to open the wall, but there is a mute, though. And they have a Thatcher still alive, but Cynical, I guess no more mutes are available. Cynical's going to get onto Kodiak as well. Furry will get one of the Mad Dog. And Shadow now has access to sight. Furry gets 2, actually. Ooh, boy, that MPX.
Might be a pea shooter, but it's still widely regarded as one of the more powerful defensive weapons. Headshot machine. That's all it is.
The last 30 seconds. Notoriously Savage looking to take this away. You'll see the legs of one will be Furry or down Furry. And now Cynical begin to plant the diffusers. Now it's on axis. He sees one with the SMG-11. Doesn't make the shots onto Shadow. There's a bit of damage though. He'll throw one smoke out to try and push them away. Cynical's gonna push out the door. So that's it's a 2v2 post-plant situation.
With Shadow down to half HP, that's your 5.56 half 5.56 really good gun. And you've got a 20 and 100, then a 50 and 100. Let's see how this.
Access to some good information. He sees it, he gets a shot onto Cynical, and now it's a 2v1 with Shadow by himself. But time is ticking down. There's not a lot of time to go for a defuse. He sees one, but the shots from the Warden, and the Claymore will finish up Access too, and Shadow will clutch it for them to make it 6-1. So, as I said before, 6-6 gives you a draw, so that means that 303 now cannot get anything but 1 point. If we're to bring it back to a 6-6, or bring it down to a 6-6.
It's not looking good. And again, little side note, I know that Shadow. I heard that scream as he won. Oh, but 303 is struggling even on their main sites, on their preferred sites.
Yeah, that is one of the preferred sites. I say it's struggle. It was at least a close round though. At least 303. Again, compared to their attacking rounds, it's a lot better to see. But again, it's a defense side map, so it's still critical a little bit here. So great work from 303 to at least make it close though. It was close. They have a chance. So we'll start off with do the same defense site. Some teams will like to keep the ball rolling and change sites, and some teams like to retry those same sites over again. I would say 2 is the extent I would retry site. I've seen teams do it 3 times in a row and lose all 3. Nah, that's usually not good.
Yeah, past twice, most games typically don't try it again.
Exactly, yeah. If you lose it twice, pick a different site. Don't do that.
Also, little birdie just told me we need to do interviews afterwards, so
Do what?
do like an interview afterwards.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, we'll ask them what they
Okay.
want to do. But anyway, so big thing here is though, we'll change up a little operators here. So Yoshi drops the Jackal and brings a Monty instead. We've not seen any shield yet over time, but the smoke here is on the board. There's some C4 available and the yokais of Echo. So there's at least some people to deal with the shield if it comes by. And we'll see the drop, very well drop the Warden. Warden definitely not most helpful operator. The Impex is a good weapon, but his ability isn't the most useful. Being able to see through smoke and deny flashes can be helpful depending on the site, depending on the place, but I think for Aviator games it was definitely not the most useful.
And it also depends on the enemy team's composition. If they're not running a Ying, then a lot of Warden's now use is negated. Because
Depends. You can also
you bring
the flashes from Thermite and from Ash as well. If you're playing like Laxing did in his play, he was on service stairs of bank. That makes sense because usually you'll throw a lot of flashes.
Yeah.
You'll throw a lot of things to get people out of there. So that makes sense actually. I agree with that. But here in Aviator games, I don't see a choke point to really use Warden to.
Yeah. And that's another thing that's about this game. Everything's site defend. Oh,
That is good. That is what I like to see. Yoshi will get aggressive on the Monty and he'll get punished for it. That's how it should be. If you're playing Monty alone, you should not be able to get kills that easy. It was close though. It was close. Good thing Blitzcake turned around.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just watched the Monty take the year to ADS, and it's just like, oh come on, don't do it, man, don't do it like this.
At this point, it's a good start here for 3 of 3, and Kylo will see one. He'll get the headshot onto Axis. He'll see another one, but not make the shots, and that's a great 2 kills for Blitzcake. But still, and a jump in though. He'll see the feet, but not get the kill. And Habana of Mad Dog lives. A pistol comes off Mad Dog, not the bearing 9.
I wonder if he would have won if he had the bearing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you think he'd won if he had the bearing 9?
Oh, and Shadow's down. Shadow's dead. That's your hard breach off the board. Where was he even picked off from?
The 303 really taking this round and doing a great work to deal with the attackers as they push onto different entryways, whether it be the window or south stairs. You'll see the head of one and get the shots onto Dirty. Great shots from Cynical, but still a 1v3 with 55 seconds to go.
They just wow, okay. NS just got way over aggressive and then got baited right into their lines of sight.
I would say way aggressive, but they just didn't have the information. They did. I guess they get too overconfident, and they didn't drone themselves in. Really. They just kind of pushed instead. Wow, that was Cynical. Great eye.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was called out earlier or not, because
I'm not sure if it's called out or what, but great eye to just get that shot. But the one behind the pillar. But there it is. 303 take their second round of the game.
That crossfire, that's what's needed, especially in those 1v1 situations. The amount of teams
but beforehand though, just the placement of the operators to deal with NS as they jump into the building, whether it be from south stairs or be from south balcony or from the door.
Sorry about the dogs.
Oh, that's all right. Was a 3-3 doing a lot better that time and just dealing with the attackers as they push in. But again, also just not Notoriously Savage is not really enjoying themselves and not getting the information they need and just being overconfident. Again, it was 6-1. They're on match point, so they have time. They have the rounds to throw away if they want to, but don't want to throw away too many rounds. So we'll go to trophy and saturate the second preferred site here at Villa. The Notoriously Savage. Let's change up a little bit. The 6-pick onto Zofia, but not much of a change from both teams. We'll see how they attack, as 303 on this attack was not very efficient or plausible, as they really just had both times they attacked the site. They spent most of the manpower pushing from the south side, from Aviator Games and Study, through those doorways, and really just Notoriously Savage just knew what they were coming and just shoot the doorway to walk in. So good shots from Notoriously Savage back then. Now we'll see how 303 deals with Notoriously Savage as they push in. Assuming they're going to take control of bedroom and bathroom, which really should do most. Anyway, bring in the Thermite around to open the wall up, and Yoshi will go back onto the Jackal. The Mag Dog, rather than being Habana, will be on the Via this time, able to use the lifeline to probably stop them from impact tricking maybe, or any kind of denial of the wall being opened up. Lifeline with the
All right,
concussions and the grenades will probably be really helpful here.
all right. I am so sorry about that.
Happens, man. Happens. Still new to it. It happens.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's
out
gonna
of
really
my control as well.
care.
Yeah, and that one's way out of my control.
So yeah, we'll have a trophy saturated defense and a pretty much change here for operators, but really, you'll see at least probably you'll see Notorious Savage have a better plan compared to 3 when it comes taking the site.
One can only hope, and with the IQ off the board, that Valk becomes a much more powerful pick.
So you'll see there's no operators to really stop them from opening the wall up from bedroom into statuary though. And as I say that though,
that's your Zofalt. That's your Hacker Man gadget off the board.
so yeah, Notorious Savage
Good
not
night.
droning at all really, and they'll just walk up red stairs and Kodiak ready for the kill.
Punish over aggression.
It's just not droning and Notorious Savage being overconfident in themselves. They're just walking upstairs thinking they can take fights and they're losing them. At least you'll see the good gunplay from UO3 at least though.
Yeah.
So we have it here, we'll jump the diffuser inside the bathroom and we'll open up the wall. What was that I just saw? I don't know what I just saw explode. But they at least have the wall open.
I think that was just like an ash charge going wrong or something.
Yeah, that might be just a wrong ass charge. But still, with a minute and a half gone, they at least open the wall up into statuary, so they have a point of access in the site.
But they're down a man.
They're down a man. Looks like 2 are going to play him downstairs. Cynical and Nikilo pushing him downstairs. Dirty looking to try and stop them if they push through the doorway. I don't know if anybody's actually going to try and watch that hatch open or that opening. Blitzkick is down on Astro stairs, but Kodiak will get the kill onto Cynical. And Axis will get one onto Shadow as well, and now it's down to a 2v5.
But they have Jackal, which is powerful gun, powerful gadget, and a fair amount of utility. But that shotgun and the is 1v3. Even a really good Jackal main is gonna be hard pressed for this.
Well, at least Nikala got 2 off, but shots come from the Maestro Furry inside of Trophy, and Nikala did his best. He took 2 off the board before being refragged by Dirty, and Yoshi has 27 seconds. Figure out where the defenders are. The head of 1 peeks over the deer. That'll be the smoke of Access. He's looking again. The new Access looking for a kill.
15 seconds to go.
He won't get the kill as he throws an impact. Yeah. Yoshi shoots it. I think maybe it's smoke. He shoots the he'll come and pre-fire the corner, and now it's down to just Dirty, but no, Dirty gets down. It's down to just Furry inside of Astro, and he'll take out Yoshi, and now it's 6-3 in the favor, still in the favor of Notorious Savage, but 3-3 are slowly but surely coming back.
3-3 could have played out a lot safer and had the guaranteed win with the time advantage, so.
They could have, yeah. It's still one though, unfortunately, fortunately due to Yoshi or due to Furry being an Astro with the Alda. But again, I don't know why Access was being so aggressive. You know, he could have thrown that away, and then good pre-fire from Yoshi though onto Dirty. That was a great pre-fire. So we're going to the tertiary site, and this is where we expect for Notorious Savage to just shut it out.
Now, I wonder how the cast was going to play into this. Is it going to significantly slow them down? Are they going to expect a 6-spec off, or?
That's hard to say. So as we saw before, 303 won this site before because they're able to take upstairs and open the floor up and get great angles onto the defenders on site. So Notorious Savage probably going to do the same thing most likely. They have the sledge.
It'd be the smart play, but sometimes in the the heat of the moment, your IGLs not think about it. And I've seen some really good T4 IGLs get screwed up on stuff like this. They'll get heated in the moment, and then they're unable to make the calls. And it's just lost 2 rounds in a row when they were being a very dominant team. So that's going to play a bit into their mentality and their morale.
Yeah, we'll see how 3-3 even a hole upstairs too. So because they got to do the same thing, they have to get rid of these roamers above. It's gonna be Dirty on his own for the moment. I don't see any of the roamers with him for the moment, so this could be an easy take.
Yeah, probably, but it depends on, is Dirty gonna frag? Is he gonna take 1, 2, 3 with him, or is he gonna go down without a fight?
I'm hoping Notorious Savage actually, drones correctly and figures out where he is and, pinch him out, get rid of him as a drone. Even if they refrag, it's a 1-for-1. That's not too bad, depending on who you sacrifice,
Yeah.
probably Nikilo, but they need to at least play this smart, and not just. So you see Cynical and you see Shadow droning out. So good thing the cow being droned in. So this is where we want to see. This is the kind of thing I want to see from Notorious Savage that we've not seen from the last 2 rounds.
And Yoshi back there ready to do the pinch. Or get the refrag, whichever happens to happen.
There's the ping out, and there's the shots, but no, he looks like Dirty will get away with his life as he runs away and just a bit too slow on the uptake from Nikilo or Yoshi.
Nikilo was in a prime spot there. Oh, okay. I thought he was on the red stairs. Yeah,
he was
really
way
worried
down
for
there.
Yoshi.
Oh, but Nikilo will get blitz kick instead, though.
Attackers have located.
Ash charges to open up. Well, that's interesting because usually the Ash charges aren't very effective at opening the doors like that. Although I guess they got no other use for it, so
Yeah, he's got no use for it. He goes here, and he's getting some good shots on the defenders, and he's displacing these anchors on site. And this will be where 303 needs to retake upstairs and stop them from doing this, because they leave this too long. And I say that, there it is. That's what you need to see.
Strike back.
Yeah, that's what you need to see. But but good refrag. Immediately, Mad Dog. Good call from Notorious Savage and Mad Dog to finish off Dirty, and now it's a 3v1, but he just walks into Memorial. And Kodiak's there waiting for him.
Is it just me, or is it in any level? Wow, any level of play with Siege, Shift W is just a death sentence.
It depends. If you're shift dubbing with information, it's not that big of a deal. But like shift dubbing, walking through a door and not knowing who's there, that's usually the
Yeah.
Is the problem is like they're
can't-
not droning and they're not figuring out who's ahead of them. They just walk in, think it's clear, and then they get shot in the face. And it's like you can't just do that. You really can't just walk in. You're playing in a high level play. You're gonna have people waiting for you in certain places. You need to drone them out and see where they are. It looks like this Yoshi is going to play, but Shadow will get rid of Kodiak, and that's a 3v2. And this is the issue now, since they couldn't take back upstairs. Yoshi's opened up so much of the floor. Now the defenders are so far away from where they plant. He's gonna walk right into the sights though, and right to sights of Furry who would take him out. Cynical will get access though, and that's a 2v1.
With your flanker dead, this is gonna be an issue.
It looks like Cynical at least is holding the flank, and Shadow staying on site. They just need to waste time on anything to close this out.
Now knowing he's on the same floor as him, that's gotta be a bit of a review.
So it looks like these yokais though are doing quite a bit of work to figure out where they are. Just pings coming out just relentlessly, but a pre-fire will not be in time, and he'll win the fight even though he knew it was there. It'll be Shadow or Cynical to win the fight against Furry, and that'll be Notorious Savage to shut the game out.
Good job, NS, and power of the crossfire.
Yeah, what do you think of that round though? It was actually a back and forth at least though. It was a bit more advanced compared to other rounds.
That was a pretty close round. Oh, I was flip-flopping on who was going to win there. And, once I saw Kodiak go down with him being, the flank, with him getting ready to come in and just sweep the last 2 away, at that point, they just kind of filed nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I would say that was like a really close round that it could have been either way. Big thing for me was there's the fact that like they execute though from I guess the fact they couldn't stop Yoshi from opening the floor so much and displacing all of those defenders, and they're able to get the plant at that point.
Yeah. Had they made a better use of their C4s, maybe they could have won that round. Who knows? Interviewee. I think it would be interviewee. Hold up a second. We don't have the time to hold up, man.
Yeah, we don't have time to hold up, lol. Alright, so Notorious Savage win that first game of the season, guys. Looking pretty good here. Notorious Savage looking too bad. 3-3, they're looking a bit shaky, but they're a new team, so it's not too crazy to see this happen.
Yeah, and especially if they watch this VOD, they're gonna have a lot to learn. They're gonna pick up on a lot. Hopefully they'll do better in the future. Hello,
there it is.
Cynical.
So we'll have Cynical be our interviewee for the team of Notoriously Savage. So good game for Notoriously Savage. Let's talk about a few things though. So what did you think of 3-3 throughout those rounds? It was kind of a one-sided game, but there were some close rounds at least though for 3-3. How did you feel about them? Are they a new team too as well? I actually don't know if they're a new team or not.
303 previously was Exotic. There were a few members from Exotic, I think, that joined over to 303. They're a really good org on Twitter. They got like 700 followers, stuff like that. They have a good background on them. Going into the game, we expected a challenge. We never scrimmed these guys, and they expected the same thing. But yeah, on defense, we felt very, very solid. As you saw, it was, I believe, a 5-1 at the half. And
Yep.
once we swapped over, they showed their strengths on the defensive side as well. So we started to backtrack a little bit. We had to pull it together there in the end, but overall, great match.
Yeah, big thing for me was that like in fact there was like 2 rounds in the beginning of their defensive half where you guys just kind of threw a lot of rounds, a lot of just plays that seem misinformed, in a sense.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, the communication was a little, our comms were a little muffled there. People trying to talk to other people at the same time, working to the 2 roam clears working together, and then you got me and Shadow on the hard breach support trying to get the wall open, working with each other. So yeah, the communication muffled that up, and it pretty much showed right there. After the first round we won on attack, it kind of just flatlined for a couple rounds there until they had to go to an offsite.
Yep, very much so. Shadow, you got any questions for Cynical as well while I'm here?
Not really. I mean, like, what do you think your team could have done to improve? What do you think NS could have done to improve their attacks or their defenses for that matter?
Defensively, I think there's just very little things we might have to tweak. We seemed very strong, confident. We practiced right before the match as well. Make sure we knew what we were doing. Attacking though, that is going to be probably our crutch. We're going to need to clear up the communications, make sure everyone's sure with that. Other than that, I think the team played great tonight.
So yeah, great work from Notorious Savage. We'll probably see you guys play again. So everybody, thank you for coming by and watching. I mean, Caster Benial. We got Shadow 65 Soldier, guys. New casters coming round 2. But we'll
Night,
see you guys
guys.
next time. Cynical, thank you for coming by and being an interviewee.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much, and thank you for hosting. You too, Cass.